Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of AIM Fundamentals. I am Zeke. Sorry, very sorry for the fact that I haven't uploaded in a very long time with Christmas and New Year's around the corner. It was a really busy time for me. Now that's all over, I'm hoping to get back onto a more consistent schedule. So today's episode, a bit controversial, but can AIM training be detrimental? And yes, it can. If you do aim training incorrectly, it'll definitely be detrimental. But now let's first talk about aim trainers. So my aim trainer of choice is Kovacs. There's others out there like AimLab, AimBeast, Oblivion. If I missed any, let me know. But you can see here I have 763 hours on Kovacs. I average 64 hours every 2 weeks, which is 32 hours a week. Now, is that too much? Yes, that is way too much, and I admit that myself. So aim training, the goal of aim training is to rapidly improve your aim, is to isolate movements such as your wrist, fingers, and arm, and isolate techniques, and isolate scenarios that you'd see in game, but without the pressure of game sense and everything else, and improve on them. So yes, it is beneficial in that sense. But where can it become detrimental is if you do it too much. Example, let's just say you are aim training in the morning for about an hour, right? You are using your muscles for an hour to aim train, and then you go and play your game. I guarantee you'll not play at your peak. You will never play at your peak because your muscles have been isolated to work so hard on work training that they need a break. So they need to, and I don't mean like an hour or two break, they need to just chill. That's it for the rest of the day. You will not play at your peak for the rest of the day. You might have a few games where you do, but consistency wise, you will not play at your peak. It's the same thing that, if you play your game all day, then do aim training right at the end of the day, your muscles are fatigued from playing all day. You are not going to reap the benefits to 100% at the end of the night, unless you just do Kovacs. So how do you work around this? Right, for me, the method I've been using now is, for example, for me, Saturdays and Sundays is usually where I'm not really in the mood, don't know why, just not in the mood to game. So on those days, I do my aim training. Other days, I go into my game of choice. I'm a variety gamer, so I tend to play Valorant, Apex, Overwatch, Warzone, everything. Whatever game I'm playing, I will spend 10 to 15, maybe half an hour on the in-game training, so the range, any shooting gallery, etc., things like that. And then I play my game all day. I don't even think about Kovacs. I don't touch Kovacs. I leave it. As you can see, recently that has not been the case, but that's because I haven't been gaming. So my suggestion to everyone is on your off days, where you're not feeling like gaming, do your aim training then. If you don't have quote-unquote off days, discipline yourself and take at least 1 to 2 off days. Take 1 to 2 off days to aim train if you're really serious about it. That is my best suggestion. Now, I have spent a lot of time researching into this, but I'll give you guys an example of someone who does agree with my perspective, and I know a lot more do, but this is probably the best example I can give, is Swirl. For anyone who doesn't know who Swirl is, he's probably one of the best mechanically talented players I've seen in my entire time. He doesn't really do Kovacs. I think he has 100 hours on Kovacs, but most of them are just AFK. He has barely any hours on AimLab. He mainly got his aim from playing games. Right, and as we can see, let's go through these 3 screenshots that we do have. I'll let you guys read them as well, but I'll focus on the main parts that I do want to emphasize. So we can see the second screenshot, the one on the right. He says, I cared a lot about aim and became inconsistent. Now I don't care and I'm consistent. And now he says it's weird, but I explained to him it makes sense. Because when you're aim training and when you're learning these skills with these motor skills, you're building neural pathways. They're built while you're sleeping. And what these neural pathways do is they communicate to your brain what you need to do, right? So if I want to move my mouse from, let's just say, the second screenshot down to the third, without even looking, my brain knows exactly where it wants to go, right? I've communicated where I want it to go with my brain. Subconsciously, my neural pathways then communicate that to my brain, and it moves down. I know it doesn't really sound very easy, but it's actually quite basic. If you just Google it, you'll get a lot more information onto it. Maybe we can talk about that in another video. But what that emphasizes is your subconscious is way stronger than your conscious, right? So if you're in game and you're thinking about your aim, your subconscious is now clouded with all these thoughts that you're producing. You will not aim. You will just not aim. You'll whiff. You will constantly just be inconsistent. You have worked so hard on your aim, right? You have been doing aim training. You've been practicing in-game. You've been doing all of that. Trust your brain. Trust your neural pathways. Trust your motor skills to understand that you have worked on them and that your brain knows where you want it to go. Do it subconsciously, and that it's obviously easier said than done to just not think, right? But try to just subconsciously aim. Don't think about aim. Think about where the enemies will be. Think about something else other than aim, and just let your hand do its thing with its eyes. So in conclusion, guys, what have we learned today? We've learned that if you do Kovacs properly, plus your game, you will reap the perfect benefits. If you don't, however, Kovacs and any aim trainer can be detrimental. So what have we learned? Off days is when you do your Kovacs or aim lab or whatever aim trainer you use, and the days you're playing games, you solely focus on playing those games and doing practice in the range, shooting gallery, etc., etc. If you keep that up, like I said, you will see major benefits in game and in Kovacs. So let's make sure we remember that. Try it out, guys. Try it out. Let me know how it goes in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, give me a comment, and leave a subscribe down below. Comment what you think I could have done better. Comment what you want to see next, and let's have a discussion in the comments about this, because I am quite curious about your opinions. But until then, guys, thank you all for watching, and keep aiming.